The Premier League's about to get its 10th nine-figure man, and the money's going somewhere weird. So here's where things stand. On the 27th of August 2026, Liverpool got a deal in principle over the line with PSG for Bradley Barcola at £120 million. Remember, PSG had spent the whole summer holding out for £145 million. But nothing's signed yet, the structure's still being worked out. Now here's the catch with that £120 million headline. The guaranteed money is actually just over £100 million. Everything above that is add-ons, tied to individual and team performance. So he clears that £100 million mark, but only just on guaranteed cash. And the scale of this is huge. It pushes Liverpool's spending since the end of last season past £663 million. That makes Barcola their second most expensive signing ever, behind only Alexander Isak at £125 million and their third £100 million player in just 15 months. Let's go right back to the start. The first ever £100 million Premier League transfer wasn't even negotiated. Manchester City just triggered a release clause in Jack Grealish's contract back in August 2021. So here's the full list, chronologically. Grealish, £100 million, 2021. Enzo Fernández, £106 million, early 2023. Declan Rice, £105 million, and Moisés Caicedo, £115 million, both later that same year. Then Florian Wirtz, £116 million, and Alexander Isak, £125 million in 2025. And then Sandro Tonali at £100 million, Elliot at £116 million, and Morgan Rogers at £117 million, all in 2026. 9 players. Look at the shape of that list. £100 million player across 2021 and 2022. 3 in 2023. 2 in 2025. 4 in 2026 alone. Half the whole list has landed in the last 8 months. And just to show you how fast this has gotten silly, the record for most expensive Englishman ever changed hands twice in 3 weeks this summer. Elliot held it briefly, then Morgan Rogers overtook him by exactly £1 million. So who's actually buying these players and who's cashing in? Split it across the traditional top 6, and it looks like this. Liverpool with 3, Isak, Wirtz and Barcola. Chelsea with 3, Enzo Fernández, Caicedo and Rogers. Man City with 2, Grealish and Anderson. Arsenal with 1, Rice. Tottenham with 1, Tonali. Manchester United, 0. The only one of that group never to spend £100 million on a player. And here's the real story. This isn't foreign superstars flooding in. 7 of the 10 came from other Premier League clubs. Grealish and Rogers from Aston Villa, Rice from West Ham, Caicedo from Brighton, Anderson from Nottingham Forest. Isak and Tonali both from Newcastle. Only 3, Enzo Fernández, Wirtz and Barcola, arrived from outside England. The league is basically just buying from itself. Now zoom in on Newcastle, because this one stings. They sold 2 of these 10 players. And get this, they'd already sold Elliot to Nottingham Forest for £35 million back in 2024, then watched that fee triple in 2 years, without seeing a penny of the extra. So the selling side is just as concentrated as the buying side. Same clubs, same money, just going round in circles. Let's just take a step back here, because the scale of this is mad. With 10 days still left in the 2026 window, Premier League clubs had already spent over €2.7 billion. That's more than La Liga, the Bundesliga and Serie A combined. All 3 of them together still less. And it's up 3.8% on where they were at this same point last year. And this isn't some one-off splurge, it's just how the Premier League operates now. In 2025, English clubs spent £3 billion gross. That's 51% of all spending across the big 5 leagues. A record £1.2 billion net. Meanwhile, the Bundesliga and League One were actually net receivers of cash. Here's why £100 million stopped feeling like £100 million. Clubs don't pay it all at once. They amortize it across the contract. So £100 million on a 5-year deal shows up in the books as £20 million a year. Take Wirtz, £116 million over 5 years to 2030. That only adds around £34 million a year to Liverpool's costs once you include wages. And here's the twist. this era didn't even start in a TV boom. The 2025 to 2029 domestic deal is worth £1.675 billion a season. That's less per year than the 2016 to 2019 deal, about a third less once you account for inflation, and it covers 99 more matches. So did any of it actually work out? Of the 9 completed £100 million signings, only Declan Rice counts as an unambiguous hit. Arguably Arsenal's best player in their 2025-26 title win. Caicedo's the other one, and even he only won people over after a rocky first season, where everyone questioned the fee. And the man who started this whole era, Jack Grealish, never scored more than 5 Premier League goals in a single season, managed just 716 minutes in 2024-25, and City left him out of their Club World Cup squad just to speed him out the door. 10 deals, 7 of them just clubs trading with each other, and maybe 2 you'd call worth it. So tell me, Barcola at £120 million or Rice at £105 million? Better bet, or the same money going round again?